headsets on, okay? Some of you will go inside.
A digital studio dedicated for television production and a studio for editing with digital facilities were provided by the college to emphasize that students' practical training is a fundamental aspect of the learning process. Nizwa College of Applied Sciences has inaugurated this educational facility to enhance the courses in the media specialties.
So this studio, I think it's very important, not just for the colleges, but also for the people in the profession, for the market in general, because the student, after he finish or she finish his study here in the college, he will be very ready to broadcast, to present, to direct any program. So I think the studio is very important, and we hope that all colleges in Oman will be copy such a studio here in Nizwa. And this will be very useful, as I said, not just for the student, but also for the media organization as well.
The opening of the television studios comes within the program of His Excellency, the Minister of Information's visit to the College of Applied Sciences, which offers a communication studies program that contains a variety of media disciplines.
The aim of this visit is to show His Excellency, the Minister of Information, the programs offered at the college, and in particular Communication Studies program, including its various majors that are closely related to the media sector.
Observing students' projects and discussing the key issues facing students were at the forefront of interest in this visit. Nizwa College of Applied Sciences is one of the 6 colleges of applied sciences. It is the center of 3 main programs: Communication Studies, Design, and International Business Administration. These kind of facilities provide training chances for the students where they can develop their skills, which will be reflected positively in their performance when they join the labor market. Sultan Sarai, College of Applied Sciences, Nizwa.
Penetration of Omani products to European markets and European conditions for market organization were the center of discussion at a seminar organized by the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The event also tackled issues related to qualify of Omani products, studying European markets and diversifying investments in these countries. It also dealt with the European Union's categorization of global markets, including GCC market. The seminar also discussed developing ways to promote Omani products to European countries. Still to come in our news bulletin. Some 225 male and female graduates will join financial and banking sector. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The General Assembly of International Federation of Gentlemen and Lady Riders, held in Muscat today, discussed races and countries to host World Rider Championship and mechanisms of election of the new chairman of the federation. The Omani riders expressed their readiness to achieve good results at international events, adding that they will not spare any efforts to this regard. The Federation's Cup will be held at the Al Falij Rest Track on the 4th and 5th of April. With the aim to assist voluntary youth groups to convey its voice, opinions to the society, Al-Amal Voluntary Group organized the second voluntary gathering, which contained a charity souk to benefit from the proceeds to be presented to some needy families and orphans in the society. The event was held at Middle East College. It aimed to convey a message about the importance of voluntary work and its effects on the society, as well as to encourage youth to engage in such activities. The event included lectures, workshops to acquaint with voluntary work, to combine youth academic atmosphere with voluntary work, with the aim to encourage students to read and to increase the level of cultural awareness through providing various books and references under one umbrella. His Excellency Dr. Hamid bin Mohammed Al-Diwani, Chairman of National Records and Archives Authority, opened at Az-Zahra College the second book fair organized by the college and witnessed participation of numerous local publishers. The event contained an artistic show such as documentary on the library and book poetry. Participants as well as toppers at cultural competition and scientific researchers were honored. Sell and profit-gaining activity affected some shares, which came coinciding with subscription period of Rest of Oman telecommunication company Muscat Securities Markets Index ended this week's session by 22 points decrease, with circulation more than 7 million Omani riyals, where 22.6 million shares changed hands. The market closed at 6,775 points. Light to moderate rains fell today in the governorate of Musandam. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation said that the weather maps point out the clouds will pour gradually on most northern governorates of the Sultanate on Friday and Saturday, with possibility of various degrees of rains associated with thunders occasionally. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation called everyone to remain cautious. The Ministry of Health organized the 4th Health Leaders Forum in the Wilaya of Hasab in the Governorate of Musandam. The event is a great chance to bring together health officials from various governments of the Sultanate to exchange expertise, discuss various health topics, and find solutions to overcome all obstacles hindering the health sector in general. Several work papers were discussed at the forum on human values and relations and its impact on the institutional success and the significance of enhancing coordination among senior officials at the ministry. World Astronomy Month of April, marked every year, was celebrated by Attica Astronomical Gathering, which was held at the Attica bint Abi Sofra in the Wilaya of Musana in cooperation with Omani Astronomical Society and Al-Haqain Astronomical Planetarium. This year's logo is One People, One Sky. The event contained activities centered on astronomy, science, and planetariums. The attendees saw some solar planets shown live through planetary telescopes in an illustrative images that widened horizons of the attendees. The Omani Astronomical Society will hold throughout the month activities such as workshop, gathering, and nightly detection planets. The event aimed to highlight the importance of astronomy science with members of the society. With the aim of students, parents, governmental and private institutions' awareness of the narcotics dangers, the Seminar of Narcotics is the Unend, inaugurated in the Governorate of Al-Brahmi. It is taken to involve local society in combating this problem. Special program for sociologists and psychologists in dealing with narcotics cases, activating police hotline to fast deal with these cases and working to increase special awareness for parents, universities and governmental institutions were highlighted recommendations of this seminar. Diabetes conference started in Salalah today with the aim to enhance level of doctors and nurses providers of health services to diabetics and to acquaint them with latest in diagnosis and medicine. The conference is being held in cooperation with the Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of the Dhofar and Omani Diabetes Society. It is commonly known that 1 in 2 people with diabetes do not know that they have it globally. Thus, there is an urgent need to spread awareness of diabetes and to urge people to carry out precautionary tests to detect at its first stage. Diabetes could lead to serious effects. In worst cases, could lead to disability in many forms, such as kidney failures, limb amputation, blindness, and heart and brain attacks, unless it is properly controlled. Globally, 382 million are suffering from diabetes by the end of 2013, and it is likely to increase to 592 million by the end of 2035. The event was held at Hamdan Plaza Hall in Salalah. Some 225 male and female graduates will join financial and banking sector. The College of Banking and Financial Studies held a ceremony for the graduation of a new batch of its students under the auspices of His Excellency Hamad bin Khamis Al Amri, Under-Secretary of the Manpower for Labour Affairs. The specialization of the graduates cover accountancy, finance, business administration, human resources management, and banking sciences. Over 30 years, the college has played a great role in qualifying Omani cadres in financial and banking sector and contributed to raising the Omanization rate in banks to more than 90% in most of the Sultanate's commercial banks. Now for the general weather forecast. Partly cloudy skies will prevail over the governorates of North and South Sharqiya, Worcester and Dhofar, with chances of scattered rain over parts of the Hajar Mountains. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be southerly to southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Facilitating visas for Omani students and enhancing economic exchange are at the top of discussions of Omani-British work group. Omani products access to European market and joint investments are discussed in a seminar at Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. International Federation for Male and Female Amateur Jockeys discussed in the Sultanate World Championship races for jockeys. And the 4th Health Administrators Gathering lands in the Wilaya of Qasab in the Governorate of Musandam. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studio and the newsroom, it's good night.